Joining me today in the Catalyst studio in the sky is the owner of the Red Apple Group, John Catsimatidis. Welcome, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. And you're better off than I am right now. You have the great weather, and we're in New York. It's still cold.
Yeah, but I like your long-term chances here better when you're living in one of those great new places you're building. So speaking of which, let's get down to the business on the 400 Central project. How's it going? The sales we're cruising along. Where are we at with sales now, and how are you feeling about the project?
It's going very well, and I feel very good about the project. And Florida is the destination. People are escaping the Northeast. They're escaping high taxes. They're escaping violence in the streets of, especially the city of New York right now. Violence in the streets of Chicago. And you guys have things under control in Florida, which is good.
Yeah, it's a pretty peaceful vibe down here. So I'm glad you're...
Now, the other interesting statistic I give people, the whole budget of state of Florida with 20 million people is $100 billion. The whole budget of New York City and New York State put together for the same 20 million people is $300 billion. Something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah, smells like opportunity.
Yes.
And speaking of $100 billion, 1% of that is a not insignificant amount, $1 billion. You recently put a press release out on your new hire of Mayor Kreisman's ex-right-hand person, Kevin King, and he dropped a little bomb in there of planning to spend your next $1 billion in Florida. So, what prompted that? I want to dig into that a little bit. What are you seeing here that makes you so bullish on putting that much of your resources into Florida?
Well, I'm not sure the exact statistic of new people moving into Florida every year. Let's say it's 2,000 a day, maybe 3,000 a day. Well, I think that many are moving out of New York and New Jersey and Illinois, and they're coming down to Florida.
Yeah. And, some of the wisdom is that the pandemic, it supercharged this whole working from home thing, and people, broke a lot of tradition by necessity, and people realize, hey, this actually works. It's better. That mixed with a little bit of a labor shortage, putting some of the employees in the driver's seat. Now sort of the rules are changing. You don't necessarily need to be geographically connected. And when you take that out of the equation, then quality of life and cost of living, which includes taxes, kind of becomes more important, and Florida wins on those. Is that a fair statement?
Well, working from home doesn't necessarily, it works for a while, but if you want to succeed and you want to do the right thing for your kids and your family and your company, you better go to work. But you'll survive for a little while doing it like that, working from home, but it's not long-term. It's not good. It's like we have punished our kids, make them stay home during the pandemic. We have taken away 2 years of their life, which is not right. And the kids, when I went to kindergarten 100 years ago, they used to have a line item, works and plays with others. Well, that's what kids learn. And that's what it's all about. And if they're not interacting in the same school, they're not going to be working and playing with others. And they won't learn how to do it during their school days.
So, when you look at some of the interests that you have and where you're going to be investing, I look at the interests that you're already investing in. And one of the big one is media. You have a popular radio show. You own WABC up there in New York. What do you see as potential for you and media in Florida?
I believe we're going to be looking to buy some more radio stations, some television stations. And we believe, when I was growing up, 92% of the people believe Walter Cronkite. Mm-hmm. Right now, what percentage of the people, our citizens, believe ordinary reporters or anchor people? Very little. And my instructions to our people that work for WABC is just tell the truth.
Yeah, makes sense. And if you want to pay double or triple for a small newspaper, that's good advice I'll give you right now. So just let me know.
Okay, thank
Kidding,
you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's all right. And another kind of fun one, baseball. You're looking to now with some of the divestiture of some of the minor league teams from Major League Baseball, it gives an opportunity to build a competitor league at that level, and you're in on it. How do you feel about that?
Well, Randy Levine from New York Yankees called me, and they wanted us to be partners with the Yankees on a new minor league team, or it's actually the Atlantic League in Staten Island. And when the Yankees call you up and tell you that we want you to be our partner, what do you say? You have to say yes.
Yeah.
I grew up being a Yankee fan and loving the Yankees. I go back to Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, and we're starting. We're going to play ball May 3rd, and we're starting up that team and on the great island of Staten Island, and we're going to have a good time.
Sounds fun. That sounds fun. And having fun with you, your son. It's a great story. You work with your son, and he's a big part of the business. How has that been? And a lot of times that doesn't work out, and you guys have made it work. What's it like working with him?
He's 29 years old. He went to Stern Business School. He's been working with the company since he's 15 years old. And I remember when he was going to Loyola High School, and he said to me, "Dad, what do you want me to be when I grow up?" You know what I said to him? "I want you to be better than your father." And when he graduated high school at Loyola, I took the back page of the journal, and you know what I wrote? I said, "This is to certify at the age of 18, you are better than your father was at 18."
That's nice. That's a lovely vote of confidence. So St. Pete, you're going to be spending time down here. Can you talk specifically about why St. Pete, amongst other Florida locations, caught your attention? What do you see here that you like?
Yes, my wife's mother and father lived in St. Pete since 1980. We've been going down there since 1980 to St. Pete. And, you have a great bunch of people there. You have a great bunch of real good folks. And so we've been coming to St. Pete for 40 years. So I feel like a St. Pete person. And we took the penthouse at the new 400 Central. And it's going to have a connection to, we're putting on the roof, the tallest tower on the west coast of Florida. We put an observation deck. And I'd love to go up there at night, look at the stars and look at the moon and just be relaxed and listen to some music or listen to a little bit of radio.
Yeah, and so what's your vision for St. Pete?
Well, I think St. Pete has great statistics. You've only had 2 hurricanes in the last 100 years. And number 2, 361 out of 365 days, you get sunshine. And when we advertise that in New York or advertise that in Chicago, people will be coming running down. And my instructions to Kevin is let's find more sites to build, because I want to invest more money in Florida. I want to invest more money in St. Pete. And that's our goal for the next 3 years.
That's wonderful. This is the place to do it. And to sort of to finish up on, as people, I think 40 years is a great pedigree. You've been here, you've had your roots in here, you've got family roots here. So, by no means are you the standard New Yorker kind of coming in, but you are coming in, building a lot of stuff and bringing a lot of money here. So what do you want the average folks of St. Pete to know about John Catsimatidis and what you're bringing here and what your commitment is to the area and what they should know about you?
I've been coming there for 40 years, and my wife's mother and stepfather have been living there for 40 years. And the fact is, I love them, I respected them, and we're going to build a statue in their honor for St. Pete's sake. And there's an old clock that's been on there for like 100 years. We're having it restored. So what I say is, we believe in restoration. We believe in bringing people together. and we believe in communities, and we want to be part of the community.
Those are lovely words to end on. I very much appreciate your time. We'll look forward to catching up again, and maybe having John Jr. on to talk real estate in the future. And any way we can be of service to you at the Catalyst, we're here, and appreciate you bringing so much energy
Thank you.
to the area.
Thank you so much.